Amina lives in a small village with her mother, father, and younger brother, Sami. Her father is a farmer, and her mother sells handmade baskets in the market. Life is hard. There is little food, no clean water, and no school in the village. Amina dreams of a better life, where children can learn and families do not suffer. One day, Amina finds an old, torn book near the river. It is a math book, and even though she does not understand everything, she tries to learn. She teaches herself how to read and count by asking an old man in the village, Baba Juma, who once went to school. He becomes her teacher, sharing stories about places where children go to school every day. Amina starts teaching other children in the village using a stick to write in the dirt. She believes that if children learn, they can help their families and make the village better. But some people do not like this idea. The village leader, Mr. Jengo, thinks education is not important. Children should work, not waste time on books, he says. One night, a big storm destroys Amina's home and many others in the village. Her family has nowhere to sleep. The crops are ruined and people are hungry. Amina does not give up. She walks to the city, many miles away, to find help. She meets a kind woman, Miss Layla, who works for an organization that builds schools. Miss Layla listens to Amina's story and decides to visit the village. When Miss Layla arrives, she talks to the villagers. She tells them that education can bring change. She promises to help build a small school, but only if the villagers work together. Slowly, people start to believe in Amina's dream. They collect bricks, wood, and anything they can find to help build the school. Mr. Jengo and others try to stop them, but Amina does not lose hope. "We are stronger when we learn," she says. With the support of Miss Layla and the villagers, they finally build a small school. Children like Sami and his friends now have a place to learn. Years later, Amina grows up and becomes a teacher. She helps children from many villages get an education. Because of her bravery, the village changes. There is clean water, better homes, and a future for the children. Amina stands in front of her school and smiles. One book, one dream, and one brave step can change the world, she says. As Amina's school grows, more children from neighboring villages come to learn. Seeing the success, Miss Layla helps Amina secure funding for more teachers and supplies. Soon, the school expands and new classrooms are built. One day, a government official visits the village. He is surprised to see the changes and asks Amina to share her story. Impressed by her efforts, the government decides to invest in education for rural areas. More schools are built across the country, and teachers are trained to provide quality education. Mr. Jengo, who once opposed Amina, realizes his mistake. He sees how education has improved the village, and he begins to support the school. He helps organize community meetings and encourages parents to send their children to school. Amina's brother Sami grows up to become a doctor. He returns to the village to open a small clinic, providing health care to people who once had no access to medicine. The village, once struggling, is now thriving with educated young people and better living conditions. Amina's journey is recognized worldwide. She is invited to speak at international conferences, inspiring others to fight for education in poor communities. Her dream, which started with one torn book, has changed the lives of thousands. One evening, as Amina watches the children playing near the school, she reflects on her journey. She knows the fight is not over, but she also knows that change is possible. With determination and knowledge, even the poorest places can shine.